Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 10 Lobo. 54. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 8, read. What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, Charlie. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Back to throw. Lawrence, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
52, my 52. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Check 52. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Open man is Samuel, complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Keep playing.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Right here. We got to step it up. 58's the money. 58.
On play action, Locke. Able to slither by. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
58, boys. 58. 58's Mike.
We own them.
A first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Bravo.
Locke off of play action. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now this throw caught left side. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Hey, exit. 55.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught at the 10. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards.
Here we go, set. 15, line. 15, line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 8. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Go now.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On first down, Lawrence. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Get it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Alpha. 54. Mike 54. Pick me up.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, box drop. Clear.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike fight forward, Mike fight. Go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Go 58's the mic. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, Echo. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. On the ball. 58's the mic, 58's the mic. I got it.
From midfield, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check Mike. Get it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, Charlie! Look at me, zipper!
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Lock now on first down. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Yes, yes!
Mike 5-4. You ain't going nowhere.
Shoot!
Throwing again on second down. Lock. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Go, go!
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check, Mike. 54.
Lock going to try and throw on third down. And that's caught by Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Lock going to bring the offense up first and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive.
Hey, seam 6! Seam 6! Hey!
Mike 5-4.
Hit it!
Into the red zone, it's Lock. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's gonna be a long day.
Yo, 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 go, go!
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Hey, wahoo!
Danny.
Now!
Lock looks to throw it again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Come on, D.
Bravo!
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Check pass. Check pass.
Let's go!
Now Lock again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to look deep for more. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Off play action. Lawrence. Sideline throw. That's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, exit.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
And 58 is the money. Well, 58 is the money. Check.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, high 7, 5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Yep.
You. It comes to me, it's me.
Hey, Alpha.
54, right there. 54.
Now.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
60 or.
oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
All day, every day. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Go. Hey, Foxtrot. 61. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
58, come on. 58, come on.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Hey, Echo.
58, Mike. Hey, let's get this.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch twist.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Back to throw. Lawrence got his target, Samuel. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
At the Bears' 26-yard line.
Here we go. 15.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready?
Mike, 58, right there. 65.
Ready?
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Off the play fake. Lawrence. That's complete to Dissner, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 43. Alert 3.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Mike's by 4. Silver. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, one set.
Go.
And the blitz does come. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll return it from the 6. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight must go.
2nd and 9 now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Ready? 50, plant.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Panthers' 20.
Again, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
132 fighter.
Check 26.
Get it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence looking deep downfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Mike, 58, right there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
6-6, pull it high. 58, wahoo!
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
60 on.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Watch it.
Chopper!
He's creeping.
Go!
Mike, better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. 58.
Bravo!
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go.
Now.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Don't say nothing.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Ezekiel Elliott in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So
Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. With a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Chicago, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.